going to start off with a quick boat tour. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about the boat itself, so I am running a Nitro Z20. Nitro Z20 setup. All right, and on each side of the motor, we have my talons. These are shallow water anchors. As long as I'm in 10 foot or less, these will shoot down to the bottom and hold me in place. So we have a 9-inch graph on this side. That's a Humminbird. Generally run my mapping on that one. On this side, I generally run my side scan, down scan sonar over on that side. Easing up here to the front, I'm running a Garmin live scope. And I have my 360 that I'll be running on this 12-inch Humminbird. All right, once again, guys, if you can still hear me, drop a 1 in the chat. We're just getting everything set up and we're about ready to roll, all right? As far as baits go, we will be using a jerk bait. You guys see this jerk bait? That's my jerk bait setup. This is what I call the action side of things over here. So we have a jerk bait. We'll have a top water setup. We will have that right there, my spy bait. So anytime this weather gets hot, those fish start schooling up above brush piles and stuff like that. I like throwing that spy bait. And of course, you guys know it, I always keep my nice and handy. And if you notice, I have a lot of spinning rods on deck. That's because I like fishing deeper water. I like to be able to make longer casts and things like that. All right, then we'll switch over to my minnows. I have some minnow baits, so we'll be trying those out, maybe. I have a smaller one right there. I'll probably throw that one more today than this bigger size one, because today we're not really going for size. We're just going for numbers. We're out here for a good time, not a long time. All right, so there you have it, peoples. That is the setup for today. So we'll go ahead and get this jerkbait ready, start easing around and taking a look and see if we can find a few fish. All right, so who do we have in the chat? Shout out to Dottie. I see Spot Snatcher in the chat. He says, where's the spoon with the shrimp? With scrimps on it. Well, we're not going to be out here looking for saltwater fish anymore, guys. We're back home. We're back home. All right, so let's see, guys. I'm kind of seeing some suspended fish out here. So the goal today, we have about an hour and a half that we're going to put on the shot clock. And with that hour and a half, oh, what is that right there? Let's throw that back over that way. In that hour and a half, we're going to see if we can get 3 fish to the boat pretty quick. All right, so there's some suspended fish out here around the bait ball. So we're just going to take a second and see if we can get those fish to commit to anything. They're just sitting right out here. Gonna let that drop down, and we're just gonna slow roll it. So for anybody who isn't familiar with live imaging, this right here is my bait. I'm about to pull it right over a nice little school of fish and see if we can get any action. Oh yeah, and they're moving. They're definitely moving kind of fast. Let's go ahead and get it in. Get it back out there again. All right, so I haven't seen everybody for a while. All right, so that was a big bait ball. Shout out to Nikki Lee. She said hit that, double tap that screen. Let's see if we can get a few likes. Remember, guys, we've already tested out the theory that 50 to 60 likes, that'll make the fish bite. And for anybody that is just tuning in, you haven't missed anything yet. We're just getting started. So we did a quick rundown of the boat setup. Went over some of the rods and reels, tackle and stuff like that we'll be using. And then we got straight to it. Now it's time to catch a few fish. Spashna says he hasn't been out in 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, I thought I was doing bad. Spashna says, do we have to catch 1 or 2? Is AC or whipstick in the chat? You guys need to ask them the rules of engagement. You know they'll change it up on you. Whipstick been going rogue lately. Whipstick's been quick to say, shut her down. Shout out to Texas Newt. That's right, I'm back. I'm back in action. All right, so we're starting off with a jerkbait, guys. All right, I see a few fish out there. Let's just see if they want to come out and play, though. That's the thing. Do they want to come out and play? All right, there's one came at it. He said, nope, not today. All right. So when we have some that'll follow behind it like that, but not really get into it, we'll change it up and go a little slow for a minute. Shout out to the Ukraine. We got SV in the chat. Chain Matt said, is that the drag? Yes, sir. I keep my drag kind of loose on that because I generally like throwing my, there's a good little, I generally like throwing the jerk baits on a spinning setup. All right, we're gonna move it kind of fast, guys. I see some fish out there. All we need is one to hit us, give us a little tappy tap. Come on, bud, I see you. I see you's out there. We had no takers. Can you believe it? All right, let's try that one more again. Man, it is hot out here, guys. Can somebody check the weather temp? What is the temperature outside today? Matt says, you mentioned whipstick. What I wouldn't give to get my hands on one epic little rod. Come on, guys. We got a bunch of followers. Oh, we just had a hit. Oh, we just had another hit. Oh, my goodness, guys. Look at what we had. Did you guys see that fish? That has to be the smallest fish in the United States that just hit that bait. Oh, my goodness. Who else do we have in the chat? Nikki Lee says, nothing caught yet. All we need. That's right. You got to double tap that screen. Tell them, Nikki. They can't come here expecting just a bunch of fish catches and they ain't even hit the like button yet. How are the likes looking? We have about 50 people in the chat, and the likes are looking kind of ugly. All right, let's try this top water bait, guys. Maybe they'll come up and hit something on top. We'll try it out. Top water blow-ups are always fun. You know what? I agree with that because I am sweating like crazy right now. There's no breeze. But the sun is definitely talking to me. It's like, hey, MoneyBass, can I talk to you for a second? I prefer not. I prefer if you didn't talk to me right now, son. Because it's blazing out here right now. All right, let's try this shaky head out here. So I see those fish there sitting in about, what is that, about 15 feet of water. So they could go up or could go down. They did not come up, so we're gonna go down there to them. And then we're gonna have to crank up and move for a second because this heat is no joke. Blessed said, it's hot as heck. It's close. It's hot as something. I wasn't thinking of heck, though. Nikki Lee says, we got 26 likes. Okay, we're moving on up. I think we need, can we get 7 more likes? I think if we get 7 more likes, we'll be sitting pretty. All right, so right now I'm throwing a shaky head, guys. Feels like I may be pulling it through some grass or something like that. I see a little bit of activity out there. Shout out to Ja. Who is that? Ja Naughty in the chat? Counting pennies. What's going on? See, it should be fishing for salmon. I agree with that. If I caught some of those, I'd take those home. Pretty much everything I catch, guys, I catch and release. We just out here for a good time. Want to catch a few fishes, show them to the people on the camera. See if you guys can guess the weight of those fish. And then I ease on back home. All right, so like I said, we have about an hour and a half on the shot clock today, guys. We're starting off right at about 5 o'clock, so we'll be out here till 6 o'clock even. Can somebody set the shot clock for me? And let me know if you see AC in the chat. Because you guys need to know, you need to know the rules of engagement. All right, and let me, wait a minute, what is that right there? Looks like something I need to get out there and check on. So let's just throw a little bait out there real quick. Shout out to AC. Texas Noob said, how much time on the shot clock? We got an hour and a half. We'll be out here till 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. We're going to see how fast I can get 3 fish to the boat. That's goal number 1. 3 fish. See how fast we can get them to the boat, guys. Bless it. All hail the queen. 1 hour and 56 minutes is what I'm hearing. How could you be hearing that? Wait a minute. Some things aren't matching up. I thought I said an hour and a half on the shot clock. All right, let's just go ahead and go full mapping on this screen right here. Let's clear out some of this clutter on the screen. Bam. All right. Now we're just going to ease around, see if we can find some fish, guys. All right, I see a nice little school. Now let's see if they want to come out and play. Ooh. All right, no takers on that. So now we're gonna go back down to the bottom on them. You know what we're missing? Does anybody know what we're missing? Shout out to Spot Snatcher. Giving FishXLive a shout out. Yeah, that's right. So make sure you guys, as we catch fish today, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and log the fish in FishXLive so you guys can see exactly how that works. But just go to FishXLive.com, guys. You can download the app for free. You can watch the live Battle of the Anglers tournaments on there and watch the live leaderboard, all that stuff at the same time. The next Battle of the Anglers, guys, is coming up. It's going to be at Lake Gunnersville, Gville. Cast right there. Let me show you guys what I cast into. You see that right there? It's a fish follower right down. So we're going to see if we can get one of those fish to the boat. All we need is just a little tappy tap. Bass Store says, where's that urchin? That urchin is sitting right there. You guys think I should try that? I haven't caught anything with one yet. I hear a lot of people talking about it, but everybody that I know, they have them. But when I say, well, have you caught anything with it? No, sir. Shout out to Blaster. He's right. We had to put a little stank on it. Just a little bit. User says, what lake is this? We are on Lake Lanier down in Georgia, down south. Patricia says, check the drag. Let's listen. Oh, yeah, that drag is ready. It's ready for a hook set. The drag is ready for a nice hook set. All right, guys, so we have no wind in here. All right, we just had the sun kind of give us a little bit of cover. I mean, the clouds gave us a little bit of cover from that sun. Patricia said, put a worm out there with some peanut butter on it. A peanut butter worm. All right, so right now we're sticking with the shaky head. I'm gonna make one more cast with this shaky head. Then we're gonna go with something, a moving bait that's kind of slow, and just pull that right over the top of those fish. Just to see what happens. Spot Snatcher says it's a dot kind of day. And you know what? You're probably right. It is a dot kind of day when the sun is beaming the way it was just a few minutes ago. User says he is fishing a tournament in September on Lanier. Any tips? Let's see. Oh, I thought I was about to set the hook on something, guys. Any tips for September? Talk to him, Spot Snatcher. What do you think about September? September, that's a good top water time of year. But you always want to have a shaky head tied on. Patricia said, where's that spotopotamus? It's swimming around out here somewhere. I just have to find it. All right, guys, they didn't hit my shaky head on this go round. So I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna let you guys pick between this jerk bait. Well, I'll let you pick between the jerk bait, the top water bait, and a spy bait. Which one of those three do you want me to throw next? Just give me a second. Once I reel this one in, I'll pull them up and show them to you. So yeah, you definitely want to have a shaky head tied on at all times. When things get tough, generally they'll bite a shaky head. All right, so let me show you guys the baits. Now this right here, for anybody who doesn't know, this is a top water bait. It'll go across the top of the water, kind of making a zigzag motion. They call it walking the dog. All right, so that's the top water bait. So this is option one. I'm gonna let you guys choose the next bait I start fishing with. So that's option one. Option two is a jerk bait. Now this bait, when I cast it out there, you see this little bill on there. It's gonna allow this bait to like that, and you just twitch it, and basically it looks like a darting fish just trying to get away from bait fish. So this is option number two. All right, option number two is the jerk bait. Option number three, you guys have seen me throw this one a few times. Option number three, all I do is cast this out and I just let this one sink. Has a little prop bait on there to kind of move some water around, get those fish attention. And what this bait does is it just kind of wobbles back and forth like that, real slow. It kind of creates like a little flash. So that's option number three. All right, guys, let me see. Put a 1, 2, or 3. Which option do you want me to use in the chat? User says, I'm looking at the new Live Scope 2 setup. Yeah, I might talk about that too, guys, because I have the 34, and from the reviews and things I've been seeing, I don't see why I would spend, what is that, about $4,000 to upgrade from that 34. I just don't see it right now. All right, you guys are saying option two. You guys are wanting the jerk bait. We got Owen said he wanted the top water. We got front yard, and user said the jerk bait. All right, so everybody else is moving too slow. You're responding too slow. So we're gonna go ahead and go with the jerk bait since I saw that come in back to back. So let's ease in a little closer. I see some fish kind of schooled up out here. I'll show you guys what that looks like in just a second. Glasses says he can't give an opinion. He's 108 feet under. All right, so this is what we're gonna be casting to right here, guys. So there's some fish suspended around that brush pile right there, about 65 feet out there. But I'm pretty sure they've seen a jerk bait plenty of times, so let's go ahead. We're getting a long cast. Now that cast went way past that area. So I reel it down, and then I just start kind of just twitching it. And then once I see those fish reacting, I can just kind of adjust my cadence based on how the fish react to the bait. All right, so that time I didn't see them react to it at all, so maybe my cast was a little off. So we'll do it again. I know that cast was off that time. Let's just check and see. Yeah, so these fish are not reacting to this jerk bait. Let's try it one more again. One more time for the jerk bait, guys. That got their attention. Let me just show you guys what happened. So the fish, they pulled off of it. My jerkbait sitting right there, but they did not take it. All right, so they wouldn't take that jerkbait. So we're gonna go back down on the bottom again real quick because I see them kind of sitting out there and they're just moving around a lot out there, guys. So we're gonna get this out there and make a nice slow cast. So take a look. You can see the fish down here along the bottom, and then there's the structure that they're relating to right there. Frisco says, try a drop shot. Man, you know, I don't really like fishing drop shot anymore, Frisco. That used to be one of my #1 baits. I used to keep 2 of them on deck. Now I got 1 on deck, but I barely ever use it. All right, we're sitting at, we're getting, you know, we're moving on up. We're up to around 60 people. We do need a few more likes though, because remember guys, 50 to 60 likes make the fish bite. Man, it definitely is hot out here with no wind or anything blowing. And it definitely makes the fishing a lot tougher too. All right, let's start moving around a little bit. So we're not moving fast at all today, guys. We're gonna take it easy. We're gonna take it easy. I'm not even gonna tie my rods down, so we're not gonna be flying across the lake doing about 70. We're not gonna be going fast at all today, guys. Let's go ahead and get crunk up and move out. Shout out to Troy in the chat. The FX, what is that? Maine? FX Maine? All right, so you guys saw me throwing the jerk bait. Let's go ahead and put this on mapping or something like that so you guys can see a little something, something. All right, yeah, I hope that sun stays hid because goodness gracious, guys, that sun is blistering. Oh, for anybody that was asking about the merch, make sure you go to MoneyBass.com. Go to MoneyBass.com. That's where you can see all the latest merch. We do have some new t-shirts and matching hats that have just come out with different fishing sayings and things like that. But you get the shirt and the matching hat, guys. And that is at MoneyBass.com. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Just another way you can support the channel. All right, this is good enough. So maybe I'll try some minnow baits in just a second. So the name of the game, guys, finding fish really is not the hard part. The hard part is determining what those fish will bite, because they're definitely finicky around this time of year, and with this heat and everything, it just makes it a little bit more tough than what it should be. We got a few little followers out there, but none of them that want some action. But yeah, so that's the thing. Finding the fish is not hard. It's just cycling through all of the different options of baits and things like that, trying to determine what it will take to get those fish to bite. And really, for me, I'm thinking it's going to be something finesse. So that's why I have my setups the way that I have. Have some moving finesse baits. Of course, I always, like I said, keep that shaky head ready. We got Ricky Bobby back in the chat. What's going on, Ricky? Good to see you, partner. You may be just in time to see a nice little hook set. All right, guys, if you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. And let me just show you guys what I'm looking at now. So there's some structure out there, and there's a bunch of fish swimming around. But can we get those fish to bite? All right, appreciate that. Shout out to Texas Noob. Shout out to Frisco and Blaster. First ones to hit that like button for me. All right, Spot Snatcher, I see you. Ricky Bobby says, no joke. My whole rod locker is on my deck. Ricky Bobby, what lake do you fish? What lake do you fish? Shout out to Carlos in the chat. I see the Texas crew in there politicking about the next Battle of the Anglers. For anybody who missed that last Battle of the Anglers, you might want to go back and rewatch that one. Just search MoneyBass, Big Bass Battle of the Anglers. And that one took place on July 18th. There was an 817 caught. Shout out to Texas, walked away with the crown on that one. So I think Texas has won it twice, but guess who's won it once? And that win can never be taken away. Your partner MoneyBass. I beat Texas. I beat Florida, Iowa. Who else was in it? New Jersey, Alabama. They let me take them out with a spot. All it took was one spot, and I took them out. Talk to him, Spot Snatcher. Spot Snatcher saw it happen. Frisco said it won't happen again. All it had to do was happen once, Frisco. All it had to do was happen once, and it did. Ricky Bobby says Michigan will be on that short list. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Ricky Bobby, are you saying you're going to step in? Can you catch some big fishes up there in Michigan? I got a partner that I call Shaky Head Fred that stays up there in Michigan. He's back and forth from Michigan and Georgia. Goodness gracious, guys, there's some type of flyer. You know those flies on the boat that come and start biting, nibbling at your ankles? The thing came and bit me twice already. And I think they actually watch you. They wait till I'm not looking, and then they just land right there on my ankle and start chewing. Frisco says, Ricky, you own them big brown ones. Okay. Oh, so he's gonna be up there catching some smallmouth. All right, let's get back in there one more again. 65-foot cast. Blam. I think I got it right where I need it to be. Actually, let's just reel it in. No need to waste time. Ricky Bobby says Frisco on Lake Michigan and inland lakes. Let me see, largemouth inland lake. Okay, it was 712. All right. Ricky Bobby said do not count him out. He said he ain't scared of Texas. He said, Texas don't scare me. All right, what was that? Lifted says, how do I make my bait caster make noise when I cast? Give us some more details. Why do you want it to make noise? Normally people want the opposite. I have one of mine that makes noise and I want it to stop. All right, so we're back to the shaky head action, guys. I'm gonna ease back up here on this school of fish. And then what we're gonna do is throw a spy bait. It's a slow moving imitation minnow style bait. Let me just show you guys how it looks. All right, so you guys see that right there? This is the spy bait. When I throw it, it just kind of does a slow wobble from side to side. And it kind of gives off a little flash when it's doing that. So we'll see if that's what they want. Like I said, they're real picky today, guys. So I just hit them a nice, slow, steady retrieve. They said, no, sir. They said, no, sir, we don't want that either. All right, well, they're not treating me right, so let's keep on moving. If they don't want to treat me right here, we can keep on moving. Shout out to user, he says, MoneyBass, you need to go find some rocks. So I need to ease on out of here and go find some rocks. Wow, wait a minute. Time flew by quick. Why didn't somebody tell me that my time was running out like that? I think that's Frisco's fault, guys. If I don't catch any fish, guys, we need to blame this one on Frisco. Oh, you said you meant rocks, right? Okay. Let me see. Frisco says, I just got here. That's right, Frisco. Don't try to play innocent. Everybody knows what you did. Uh-oh, Happy caught a 31-pound tuna. I guess you guys don't throw those back, right? You eat those, don't you? Frisco said he always has a jig on deck. We're gonna keep on looking. Frisco said never fails. So you're saying that jig always works, huh? All right, I'm just tracking my bait out here at about 75 feet, letting it go all the way down here, closer to some of these fish that are relating to the bottom. Then we're just gonna slow roll it back. Not really seeing the type of action that I'm looking for, so let's just keep on looking. Shout out to 250 in the chat. We have Mitchell in the chat. Chalk Gaming, back once again, good to see you. So we're just out here looking for a few little fishes to cooperate. I want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys, one of the original sponsors of this thing we call Bass for Cash. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and bam, just like that, you may walk away with some cash in your pocket. It does not cost a thing to play this thing we call Bass for Cash. We just get out here on a weekly basis. You know, just out here for a good time, not a long time. $250 says he missed the tournament. Who won? Which tournament did you miss? Which tournament did you miss? If it's the one that I think you're talking about, what I need you to do, 250, is go to FishXLive.com. Go to FishXLive.com. Remember, you can download the app for free, but once you go to FishXLive.com, just click that Watch Live button. There's a big Watch Live button right at the top of the screen, and then you will see the tournaments listed out. I want you to go and find the tournament, because I think I know which one you're talking about. I want you to go and take a look and come back and tell us who won that tournament. I want you to see that leaderboard for yourself. We have a few followers, guys. Come on, we just need one of you to just tap it. Come on, bud, don't be like that. Oh, we had a little tap, guys. We had a tap, but it wouldn't take it. Isn't that a shame? All right, let's take it back down to the bottom again. All right, 250, did you go and check out the leaderboard yet? He said it won't take long to figure it out. Remember, it's the biggest bass that won. That was the big bass battle of the anglers. All I think we may have some fish that'll come up and hit top water. Let's take a look. Shout out to GL Jones. Always getting active in the chat. Appreciate you for tuning in once again. Shout out to Frisco. Said he got him a Fury 24 pitch. Okay. That 4-blade, that helps with rougher water. Is that why you got that? And how much was that? How much do these props cost now? I remember when those things used to be like $400, $500, $600. Somebody told me those things cost like $1,200 and stuff like that now. Is that true? $912. Oh my God. Shout out to 250. You saw the leaderboard? Did you see the leaderboard? You said Hawk got grounded. Chicken Hawk got pulverized. Shout out to Stephen Dorsey. Welcome to the Money Team. We got a new member, guys. Everybody put Stephen in the chat. We always want to give anybody who shows some love to the channel some recognition. I always got to give credit where credit is due. Appreciate you, sir. I need everybody to put Stephen Dorsey in the chat. Back in action once again. But, you know, I kind of said that, look, Stephen is not new. He is not new. He has been a member for well over a year. But maybe it just renewed. Maybe that's why it popped up like that. All right, so we're still on the hunt, guys. We're still on the hunt. Shout out to Spot Snatch. He said, Money Team, activate. He's activating the Money Team. All right, so we got a nice little school of fish out here. We're just gonna show the school of fish a little love. See if they love me back. Will they love me back? Spot said 20 minutes of power left. Look, you guys, we definitely have to do some overtime today, guys. I didn't realize that my time was running out the way that it was. I spent too much time talking and having fun. Come on, Dottie. Dottie said, when you gonna catch a fish? She said, you sitting here talking to everybody in the chat, having a good old time out there on the lake. But when you gonna catch a fish? Dottie, listen, I lose track of what I'm out here for sometimes. I just get out here and take a look around. You see this nice scenery? I get out here, take a look around. I start paying attention to the chat and everything. And before I know it, I got somebody like Dottie saying, hey, bud, you ain't catching nothing. All right. All right, let's see. Where can we move to, guys? Let's make one more cast with the little slow-moving bait. And then we're going to move to another location. How about that? How about it, Dottie, since you're trying to be all mean to me in the chat? All right, let's see if we can make a nice 80 to 90 foot cast. We're going to count that down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to pop it. And we're going to see if they want some action. Come on, bud. Talk to me. Bud, they're all over it. We had a big old school falling. Let me just show you guys. Can you see all those fish right there? Those fish just followed that bait and none of them hit it. Spot snatcher, don't be in the chat trying to. He said, when is the last time we got to guess at one? He said, what's going on around here? What's happening in these YouTube streets? Oh, come on, bud. All right, they didn't take it. Yeah, so it's a nice school of fish out there, guys. If they won't bite, that's not doing us any good. Texas Noob. Now, you know that's not right. Why isn't anybody on my side? Texas Noob put in there 16 months. Now, that's terrible. Listen, all of y'all can't be in the chat just ganging up on me like this. Somebody has to come to my defense. Where's Nikki Lee at? I need somebody in there on my side. I need an attorney. Spot Snatcher said, my scales are dead from no use. Ah, man, oh, man. All right. It's just a matter of time, guys. We found the fish. I just have to find for once. They just aren't acting right today. I think it was a setup. I think Frisco. I think Blaster was telling me that Frisco was trying to set me up and get my fish to not bite so I'd look bad in front of everybody. We got Bass Lures in the chat. Says, been catching them on the Yamamoto Uni. Really good lately. They are money. Okay. Dottie said, you got 15 minutes. Come on, Dottie. Can I get some overtime? 250 says Hawk cost him $10, so he's jumping ship. Frisco said, You just said, go fish some docks. All right, you guys think I should go fish some docks? You want to see some dock fishing? Shout out to Blaster. He hanging in there. He says, when the fish turn on, it's a spectacle to behold. Frisco said a quickie on some dock should be fine. That should work. Sparson says, look, I just want to see a fish. I don't care what it takes. All right, let's ease out here to this point. I guess that's what I get for being lazy today, right, guys? Frisco said with the right angler. Well, Frisco, I just happen to be the right angler. I can make it happen. All right, so we're cruising. We're going about 2.8 miles per hour right now. I changed my prop. I put a high performance prop on my trolling motor, so it'll get me to where I need to be pretty fast. Shout out to Nikki Lee. Nikki, you see how they treat me in the chat? Where did the love go? I mean, I told them I was out here for a good time, not a long time. They were like, we don't want to hear that mess. We don't want to hear that mess. We don't care if you're out there for a good time. You need to catch a fish. Stop talking so much. I guess Dottie is saying, shut up and fish, right, Dottie? Is that the t-shirt you got? Make sure you guys go over to MoneyBass.com and check out the merch at MoneyBass.com. There you go, MoneyBass.com. Got a new selection of t-shirts in there for you guys with matching hats. All right, we're coming through some grass right now. All right, we're just gonna go out here and check this point real quick. But yeah, we're gonna have to do some overtime today, guys. We gotta make it happen. Nikki Lee said you need to put a Cash App on it. Oh, you mean for the merch? I guess people do use a Cash App a lot nowadays too, huh? Frisco is giving me some threats. He said he's gonna come down here and outfish me on my own lake. Or Frisco, look, you better be careful, because we might ride on out to Texas. We might have to, after what DL did, we might have to come out there and take a trip to Smith Lake. All right, I think we got us a customer, guys. Frisco said, bring it. Frisco said he ain't scared. All right, Frisco said Ray Roberts is where you want to be. Oh, shout out to Dottie. She said you can use Cash App. So if you guys go to MoneyBass.com and check out the merch over there, Dottie said that you can use Cash App. Just choose other forms of payment. And then I guess you could just choose Cash App. Shout out to 250. He says, my new channel will be called Out Here Trying. Tex Noob says, let me see, I'll hit you up. Might have something we need to set up. Okay. Shout out to Nikki Lee. She says, thanks, Dottie. The first, let me see, I'm going to get my t-shirt and hat. Okay, all right. All right, Nikki Lee, take a look at the shirts. Go to MoneyBass.com. If anybody has some time, you guys can do it too. Go to MoneyBass.com and let me know which t-shirt do you like the best? Which saying, which t-shirt do you like the best? Shout out to Dottie. She got the Shut Up and Fish, the Shut Up and Fish shirt. All right, guys, here we go. My bait's coming down at about 70 feet, and I'm trying to target that fish sitting right there. But there's a few of them out there, so we'll see. Goodness gracious, guys. These fish are following, but not taking. All right. Let's come up with a new game plan. Let's come up with a new game plan, guys. So I stayed here in this cove where I was able to fish kind of shallow and some deeper water. I know you guys are saying docks. Maybe we're going to try out a dock or two. Let's see. Snatcher says, I need a Foxtrot Bravo Sierra shirt. You said ask DL for some advice, huh? Texas News said, a moment of silence for all that failed to the champ. Oh, my goodness. All right, Texas. We're going to remember all this, Texas. All right, I want you guys to remember the name. SWAT Lawn Operations, one of the original sponsors of this thing we call Bass for Cash, guys. All right, so what we'll do, we will start the official, we will activate the money team in 4 minutes. How about that? Will that work, guys? We will activate the money team in 4 minutes. Can somebody in the chat let the other people in the chat know exactly what that means? What happens when the money team is activated? Nikki Lisa. Oh, so Nikki, you like the false bite sensation shirt? I mean, why is that? What makes you like that shirt? Ooh, that was not good. And my cast was off. Let's see if it'll be good enough though. And it will not be, I don't believe. We're just slow rolling it, guys. Whoa, these fish look like they may actually come up and hit on top water over here. And you know what? I think they will. I think they will, guys. I think I got something. Let's see. Pastor said, put some stank on it. Here they come, guys. Oh, my goodness. Is that what you're trying to say? The dish big. We got Gunnersville Mike said the heat in the Gulf Shores is off the chain. All right, let's head back down to the bottom. So I found a nice little ditch right here, guys. So we're gonna see if we can get these fish in this ditch to bite something. See if that works out. All right, so out here at 70 feet, there's my bait going down. We're gonna slide it right through there. Oh my God. Hold on just a second. Hold up, swole up. If you see something, say something. Cause I know if I see it, you guys have to see it too. Shout out to Joe Winkler. He said, someone said MoneyTeam activation. That is correct. The MoneyTeam was activated 1 minute ago. Everybody put JW in the chat. Put JW in the chat. Big shout out to Joe Winkler. Slid right on in and hit me with that $20 super chat. He said, where's the hook set? Winkler just placed an order for a hook set, guys. So you know customer service around these parts is pretty good. So I'm gonna have to give him a hook set. Joe Winkler said, I'd like to order one hook set, please. All right, Joe. Let's go ahead and get this hook set ready for you. We got Josie in the chat says, what's for bait? Right now I'm throwing a shaky head, but we're kind of switching it up a little bit between a shaky head. We're throwing some top water baits, kind of changing it up with a few different things. It'd be nice to get one on top water so you guys can see that fish come up and hit it. Frisco said he meant fish, not... Okay. All right, Frisco. Frisco has plenty of jokes. But you know what I think I do need to do, guys? I think I might need to change over and try a fluke. Maybe, just maybe. You want. All right, let's count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we got an order for a hook set. Shout out to Joe Winkler. So excuse me while I fulfill his order, guys. We got to get Joe Winkler's order on the plate. All right, these fish said, no, sir. We're not going to help you fulfill that order today. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I see what I think I just saw? Did somebody else see it too? Shout out to Pastor Bless says, oh, I see something. Slid right on in with the 99. I'd like to place order 2, MoneyBass. Can I order 1 hook set to go, please? Hook set to go. Let's go ahead and place this order 2. All right, let's go ahead and make something happen. We had to put in a little bit of overtime today, guys. The fish were acting finicky. Everybody put GM in the chat. Shout out to Gunnersville Mike in the chat. Frisco said he don't have the right recipe. Hey, I don't need anybody to laugh at that comment that Frisco just made. That was a little disrespectful. I do have the recipe. I am the chef. I'm the chef. Shout out to Nikki Lee. Oh, no, guys. We got one on, but he's hung up in the brush. I don't know if we're going to be able to get him out, though. Nikki. Right when we get the tappy tap. Let's see if we can get my bait back and get the fish at the same time. Okay, we got my bait back, but no fish. Wouldn't you know it? Got the bait back, but no fish. Frisco said we hadn't even seen the appetizers yet. Frisco, man, you a hard customer. I better get a good old tip from Frisco. Let me go ahead and get these orders fulfilled before we get backlogged with orders. I gotta get a good 65-foot cast out there. Right on the money. Oh, spot snatcher hit me with the FBS. Nikki Lee said, drop a toe in. Think I need to do some foot fishing? You know, them only feets, it does pay. Boom, right where it needs to be. Right where it needs to be. Come on, talk to me. Nikki Lee said, they'll nibble on it. Just give me a little tappy tap. Why they treat me so bad? Shout out to Landis. My only feet. Only go to MoneyBass.com and click on the little picture of the foot, and that'll take you straight to my OnlyFeeds page. It's my night job, so I get my money to fish. OnlyFeeds. Said you jump in the tornado. Come on, bud. All right, look, I might have to go ahead and break out my drop shot. Let's try this minnow first. Let's try this little minnow. Man, oh man. Sebastian said, oh Lord, not the drop shot. I need everybody to shout out the two sponsors of today's live stream. We got Gunnersville Mike and Frisco. Everybody put a GM and a JW in the chat for me. Really appreciate it, guys. We got 2 hook sets on order right now. All right, so right now I'm just kind of out here jigging inner, seeing if that's what they want. No, we don't want that. It's like, goodness, well, what do they want today? Appreciate you guys showing support in the chat. Guntersville Mike says we're gonna need some death charges. Oh no, not the death charges. Not the death charges. Need to call in the Navy for some backup, huh? Let me see something. I'm focused. Frisco said, oh, come on, Frisco. We gonna make it happen, Frisco. You gotta have faith. That's all you need is a little patience and a little faith. What did I tell you? We got the hook set. Is he gonna stay on though? Oh my goodness. We got the hook set. Ooh, and I pulled into him, Frisco. Don't say that hook set was weak either. I don't want to bend these hooks. Oh my God. It's a guard. Do you see that? The bendation is sensational. Oh my God. And we're gonna look, I got a new net too. You see that net back there? It's a new one. We're gonna test it out. We're gonna test it out. Oh my goodness. It's a good one, guys. Oh, it's head shaking. It's head shaking. Oh, no. He started swimming towards the boat. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, shoot. Where'd he go? There he is. There he is. All right, we got one hook set out of the way. Get back over here. Get back over here, bud. Oh, no, he has one little hook. Woo! One little hook was in there, guys. Bam! And just like that, how things change. And look at that, guys. The hook came out. The hook came out right when I got him to the boat. Hooked him right back under the chin, though. Woo! All right. We got one to the boat. Now, it's AC in the chat. I don't know if we're supposed to weigh this fish or not, guys. We got to talk to AC and get the rules of engagement. Spot Snatcher says, is it 14 inches? Come on, Spot Snatcher, don't do me like that. You mean to put him on the scale for you? I mean, on the measuring board for you? He said, is it 14 inches? The reason he's asking, because it has to be 14 inches on this lake. Do you see the numbers? How many inches is that right there, Spot Snatcher? Can you see it? Can you see that? Can you see that there? Frisco said, I was thinking the same thing. All right, so for anybody that does not know, that right there is a Lake Lanier spotted bass. Do you see the nice coloration on it? The colorization. You see that? It's lovely. Tell him, Blaster, that's a strong 15. It's a strong 15. It's a 15 with muscles on it. It's a 15 with muscles on it. All right, there we go. All right, did it bend my hooks out? Just a little bit. But I need them bent out just a little bit because on these baits right here, it's hard to keep those fish pinned. All right, now what do you have to say, Frisco? Where the rest of the doubters at? Let's go ahead and get another one to the boat. How about it? How about we get another one to the boat? What did Rusty say? He says you gotta, you just got lucky. Oh, come on, Rusty. You've been hanging out with Frisco too much. Dottie said, about time. Shout out to Sheldon. Sheldon said, what you catch today? We out here catching little fishes, having some fun. I mean, you guys know we out here for a good time, not a long time. Is AC in the chat? You guys got to get the rules of engagement from AC. When AC says we can weigh some fish, then we'll put some fish on the scales. Remember, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. If you are new to the channel, type the word new in the chat. Type new in the chat for me if you're new to the channel. Now these fish right here, they aren't big, but they biting. They chasing and they biting, guys. So they doing what we need them to do. We just need a few more of them to do it though. Shout out to Monty in the chat. Everybody give Monty, put MB in the chat. Shout out to Monty in the chat. We got Chalk Gaming tuning in. We got some new people in the chat. Remember, guys, it doesn't cost anything to participate in Bass for Cash. All you have to do is just subscribe to the channel. That's all. Subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and bam, just like that. You might walk away with some cash in your pocket. Now we're waiting for AC to come into the chat and let us know what the rules of engagement are for today. Because you remember Whipstick last time, he had told me I had to wait till I had all 5 fish in the boat before we weighed them. He was getting ruthless. But I think Dottie was able to sweet talk him last time. Monty says, what lake are you on? I am out here on Lake Lanier in Georgia. Lake Lanier, Georgia. All right, let's change this bait up a little bit. Let's go back to the top water now because they're sitting high enough in the water column, which is a good thing. Sponsor says, she said you have to get a limit first. All right, let's go back to this jerk bait and then we're gonna move, guys. Spotchner says the rules of engagement are crucial. That is correct. What does 250 say? He says, my daughter hit a, what was it? Hit a spider web on our way to fish. She did 45 minutes of cardio in 30 seconds. Oh no. Oh no, that's terrible. We got Humphreys in the chat. Good to see you. Monty says, when are you gonna get that limit on Bass for Cash? I don't know. Do we need a limit? Do we need a limit? Let's ease over here and find another school that may want to cooperate. Spot Snatcher says it's been 4 trips without a fish. Spot Snatcher, that's messed up. Why you gotta say stuff like that in the chat? Dusty says put on a spinnerbait. He said that's what they want. They want a bait that spins. All right, we're just changing angles on them right now, guys. Oh, man. We had them hit it, guys. We had them hit the jerk bait. But they didn't hit it good enough. How about that? Let's try it again. Man, they came out aggressive with it too. Monty says, put a lime green jig on. He said, that's guaranteed a fish. All right, Dusty, let's see. He said, put a lime green jig on. You guys see that right there? That got some lime green in there. All right, Dusty, let's test it out. But first, let's put a little stank on it. All right, Frisco. Frisco, what do you think about that right there? Got a nice watermelon candy trailer on there. Got that lime green that Dusty said is gonna catch them. I know Frisco is always in favor of a jig. Sponsor says, is that a 110? No, sir. That one is that one I have on there right now could be the Bass Pro brand jerkbait. I just bought that one the other day because I like the colors on it. But I think it dives down to like 10 feet or so. All right, Dusty, you saw the jig, right? All right, Dusty said it's a guaranteed bite. Let's see if he's right. He might be right. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, I felt the tap, guys. I felt the tap, so I had to peel it back. I couldn't resist it. I felt the tap. All right, let's get back out there again. I felt the tap. It was mandatory. I had to do it. You guys know the rule. I felt the tap, so I had to peel it back. We got Mr. Redneck Nurse in the chat. Oh, we were drifting. Let's see, who is this? We got somebody named Spam trying to reach me, but I don't want to talk to Spam. All right, y'all want a jig fish? Let's get us a jig fish. Goodness, this thing isn't casting as far as I needed it to. I guess I gotta warm it up first. Okay, that one made it. Spot Snatcher said, caster, not the castee. Spot Snatcher, I don't appreciate you being on Frisco's. Redneck Nurse said using the wrong caster makes it roll wrong. It's not rolling right. I'm trying right now. There's a little branch that I'm trying to get it to come over without getting hung up, and I don't want to have to go over there and get it. Let's see if I can pop it over this branch. There we go. I think I got it. I gotta pop it over another branch. Let's go ahead and get this one. Where can I go where the fish have not been bothered too much, which is going to be a hard thing to determine out here. Gunnersville Mike said 40 tournaments a year had to slow your roll. So for the tournament fishermen, I got a question for you. So like Gunnersville Mike, when you're fishing those 40 tournaments, what is your motivation? Like, what is your goal? What is it that makes you want to fish at that level? You know, that amount of tournaments per year. And anybody else that wants to hop in, Spot Snatcher, Frisco, any of you guys that are tournament fishermen, what is your motivation fishing tournaments at that level? Meaning that frequent, because 40 a year, I'm guessing you're probably fishing, goodness, how many is that a month? Ricky Bobby says, I was doing 25 to 30 a season, only 6 months. Oh my God. Spotster says, I would be fishing anyway. Might as well recoup some money. All right, so Spot Snatcher, is your answer for the money? You said you're gonna be fishing anyway, so you might as well get some money while you're out there, right? Ricky Bobby says, I fish teams on Saturdays and singles on Sundays. So yeah, what is the motivation behind that? You know, some guys are, I mean, they do it for a living, right? So that could be one thing. Maybe that is your job. Some people, they just fish for fun, so they don't fish tournaments at all. But for the guys that do, you know, put that type of investment in time and money into tournaments, what is your motivation, your goal, your reason for the season? All right, guys, we're gonna move. And what I'm gonna do is go to you guys did say you wanted me to go shallow. I think the water level is down here too, guys. So I don't really want to go and fish shallow water with the water level already being low. So I think what I'm gonna do is go and find a offshore hump. Bass Hunter says, if I fish 25, I'm going to win 1. Oh my God. Fun competition. All right, so Spot Snatcher says money, pretty much. Money and fun. Patricia says, so you're a gambler. Ricky Bobby says, money in competition. All right, 6 months. All right, so there we go. So we got 2 of them that's leading with money. Anybody else? Spot Snatcher says, back when I was fishing every Friday nighter, we went a whole year not out of the money. All right. Frisco says, offshore hump. You going to deep crank. Oh, goodness. Do we need to do some deep cranking? All right, let me trim down and let her rip. But yeah, in the chat, guys, put a few more answers. Who else? So we got 2 guys pretty much for money and then for fun. But they want that money. If that money ain't there, then they ain't doing it, right? Woo, that was not good. I forgot to take my phone down. All right, let me get back on it, guys. All right, what were you guys seeing in the chat? All right, so Steve Dorsey says fun. Spot says there are a million humps. Frisco says he does it for competition. Shout out to Kane in the chat, says what state am I fishing? I am in Georgia on Lake Lanier. Let's go ahead and roll out again, guys. You guys were saying that you could hear the wind real good, but could you guys hear that the wind? All right, so we on an offshore hump. All right, let's check the chat. Wait a minute. Shout out to Michigan Bully Life. Back in the chat says, hey everyone, sorry I've been busy. My dad passed away Saturday. Oh my goodness. My deep condolences, my friend. What else did you say? He said, thank you, been very hard. I bet. Everybody put Michigan in the chat. Put Bully Life in the chat, B-U-L-L-Y. He used to be known as Michigan Bully Life, been a long time supporter of the channel, always getting active in the chat. Definitely feel you, glad that you felt comfortable enough to, you know, come and hang out with your peoples in the chat. I see everybody wishing their condolences. Shout out to Dottie. Shout out to Frisco. Shout out to Spot Snatcher. We got William Gates in the chat. Yeah, definitely some hard times, guys. All right, let's see. What did I do? I think I got something tangled up. Yeah, it was tangled up. It's Frisco's fault. All right, so we're out here on a offshore hump, guys. These fish are not cooperating today. Oh, maybe they changing their mind. I saw 2 of them going over there to say what's up to me. All right, so we still have 1 order on the table. So we fulfilled the order for Joe Winkler. Then we got Gunnersville Mike said, oh, you know, I'd like a hook set too. So we need to put in another hook set for Gunnersville Mike. What is the water temp? You know what? I don't even have the water temp on my screen. I'm not even sure. I was adjusting some things on here and didn't put that back on my screen. We got Caston Ashton back in the chat. All right, Frisco says something changed about your audio setting. So give me some feedback about today. Whenever I was just running, was the audio clear like it was previously? Because before, when I would be running like 65 plus miles an hour, you guys were saying that I was still clear when I was talking to you. But the other day, I don't know if that tropical storm Bertha was just a different type of animal. But you guys were saying that it was real tough out there. All right, Blaster says your sound deading is off. Frisco says something changed. Monty says, when you do your bass for cash, start with no fish. All right, so you said now you're getting a lot of wind noise. Yeah, so I don't know what setting could have changed. Okay, so you guys said you're hearing all the wind now. So basically, what was happening, whenever you guys saw me fishing in the Gulf earlier this week, well, last week, when I was in that storm, the rain was actually, when it was hitting the screen, it was actually going in and changing my settings. And if anybody noticed towards the end of that live stream, it was in some type of cartoonish looking mode or something like that. All right, Michigan Life says he don't hear the wind. So right now, yeah, I'm not running right now. I'm just curious to know, like, whenever I'm running down the lake, because before my noise cancellation would take care of all that wind noise for me. But I don't think that's working the same right now. Patricia said she had to mute the run. Oh my God, guys. We had one on. And it spit it out. That was terrible. I couldn't tell he was on there. I thought it was still the grass I was pulling it through. Let's get back out there again. All right, we're going to get a hook set for Gunnersville Mike, guys. Big shout out to JW, Joe Winkler, and GM, Gunnersville Mike. Slid right on in and hit me with those super chats for today, guys. They are the sponsors of today's live stream. This channel is supported by the viewers, the members of the channel that slide on through every once in a while. I want to see what's going on over here on this MoneyBass channel and show a little bit of love and support. So really appreciate it, guys. We got Bo Yen in the chat. He says, you're back. That's right, I'm back. I've been gone for a little minute, but we're back. Got to get back into the swing of things. I'm missing my hook sets. I just had a fish on. The fish was swimming with the thing, then finally spit it out before I realized that I had a fish on. I thought I was still pulling it through the grass. All right, Blaster says you can hear the wind now, but not as bad as when I'm moving. Yeah, so what I have to do is just take some time to go back through here and figure out what settings were changed. Man, now that was terrible. Missed a bite. When the bite is tough like this, all right, guys, we are up to 86 likes. Can we hit 100? Can we hit 100? Can we hit 100 likes today? What do you guys think? If you've already hit that like button, type the word like in the chat for me. Let's just get an idea of how many likes we have already active in the chat. Frisco says, tough like this? You mean tough as usual? Okay, Frisco, okay. I'm gonna remember all of this. You just wait. You just wait till the next big bass battle. Appreciate those likes coming in. Shout out to Dottie, Spot Snatcher, Caston Ashton, Michigan Fishing Life in the chat. Monty said, oh yeah, I hit that like button. Okay, Frisco. Frisco showing some little support. Wait a minute. Frisco, you said you can't do August. Every month you keep saying you gotta wait till the next month. What happened? I don't know, Frisco. We might have to hold court for these excuses that you have. We're gonna have to take you to trial. You have an old man cataract surgery. Is it on both eyes or just one? Boyan says, can I fish one of those live tourneys? I promise I'll go easy on you guys. Shout out to Boyan. Said, let me get out there and take some of that smoke. Frisco says, one eye down, one to go. Well, Frisco, you only need, how many eyes do you need to set the hook? You only need one. Why do you need two eyes, Frisco? You just need one eye to see where to cast to. He said, can't be sweating when you only got one eye. Come on, Frisco. Michigan Fishing Life says you don't need to see to set the hook. He said you just feel it with your fingers. Ricky Bobby says if you're chicken hawk, you don't even need arms to fish. Oh no. Patricia says a hook only has one eye. She said, what you need all those eyes for, Frisco? Shout out to Michigan Bully Life in the chat. He says he has to head on out, but thanks for the support. Most definitely, sir. You are always welcome here. Glad you decided to stop through and hang out with us. You are free to come back and hang out with us anytime. All right, it's about time for a hook set, guys. I know Chicken Hawk is not in the chat. Frisco said, not trying to get them infected, then go blind for sure. Oh my goodness. That would not be a good thing. What happens if you don't get cataract surgery? Boyan says, find a brush pile and put a drop shot in it. All right, just for you, Boyan, I think I'm gonna do that. All right, so I see a brush pile. And let's put a drop shot right in it, right inside of it, just deep in the brush pile. All right, now, do you see that right there? You see that worm? We got that Lake Lanier blue. What do you think about that? You think that'll get a fish to the boat? Lake Lanier blue. Look, I'm gonna throw it right into the brush pile. That's how you mean to do it right. Just put it right in there. All right, look, there's the brush pile and there's my bait. Went straight down into that brush pile. The fish followed it down. Spot Snatcher says, Lanier gem worm? Yes, sir. Now he putting in special orders on the worms. He said, no, partner. He said, you need that morning dawn. All right, so Frisco says, if you don't get cataract surgery, it'll be slowly, vision gets very cloudy, then glare when driving is too much. Okay, yeah, that does not sound too good. All right, you see that? I'm just gonna leave it there and just let it shake. What did Patricia say? Every angler likes a pole dancer. All right, so Boyan says I need to change up the color. Man, if I could get those fish to start back hitting a drop shot, I used to kill them on a drop shot. All right, let's look in here and get this morning dawn. This is another color I was using right here too, guys. Let's put those over there for later use, Frisco. All right, let's see if we have a morning dawn in here, guys. Morning dawn. What is this one right here? All of my morning dawn is gone. Yep, it sure is. Wait a minute, this might be close enough. All right, Bonya, there we go. It has that blue and purplish color to it, or is that one too light for you? Will that one work? That's just it. Oh no. Let's see what else we have in here. What else do we have in here? What else do we have? Got that. He said it might work. Okay. Oh, Monty likes that lime green. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Here's my morning dawn right here. Okay, I forgot to look down here in the corner. All right, so these are my morning dawns right here. I think this one right here is called like a meathead or something like that. Let's try that one in morning dawn. This says, bro, trust me. I promise you, bro, this is a guaranteed fish if you put on that green worm with the black sparkle, bro. I promise. Guaranteed. Fish just drop it down and jerk up on it a few times and it's over. He said, that's not a morning dawn. It's been in the tackle box so long, the color's kind of faded on it. But you see how it has the... So this is a Zoom finesse worm morning dawn. That's what that is. Let's see if I go down to the bottom and see if they're not as discolored. All right, and a lime green. Let's go ahead. He said it is guaranteed. All right, chat. He says it is guaranteed. So I'm gonna let the chat pick it. All right, chat. These are the options. This is worm number 1 right here. We'll go with worm number 2. Spot Snatcher said, bro, and then worm number 3. So can you tell that this is the morning dawn right here, guys? What do you think, Spot Snatcher? Can you tell that that's a Zoom morning dawn? All right, so which one, guys? 1, 2, or 3? All right, I see a number 2. I see a number 2. We got a number 2. We got a number 3. We got a number 2, 2, 2. And then more number 2. Can we get a 1? Can we get a 1? Number 2, number 2. Okay, I see a number 3. 2 number 3. 2 number 3. 2 number 2. We got a number 1. I see a number 1 coming in. We got a number 2. Can I get another 2? Can I get another 2? Anybody with a 2? All right, we got the 1s coming in. Boyan says, was a morning dawn he said it was a morning dawn a couple of years ago. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Are y'all putting in more than one? Frisco putting in a bunch of 2s. Listen, guys, you're only supposed to put your guess in there. I mean, your option in there one time. I can't keep up. All right, Blaster, let me know who won. Who won that one? Frisco put 2 in there about 5 times. Okay, so there's a 1, a 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3. All right, we'll go ahead. Look, I'm kind of curious about this now since everybody wants me to. Do you want me to put some stank on it or just cast it out there like this? Frisco said it's getting late. 2 will be the ticket. All right, and I like nose hooking them like this when I'm throwing them directly in the brush piles, guys. So that when it hits the... All right, so we got stank, no stank. Stank, no stank. Put some stank on. Okay, everybody wants some stank on it. Let's go ahead and put a little stank on it. Just a little bit. All right, now there's a bunch of fish down there too, guys. So what I'll do is before I cast it out here, I'm gonna show you guys the fish that I'm casting it to, all right? All right, now let's take a look. Let's find a good brush pile with a bunch of fish on it. All right, here we go. You guys see that brush pile? There's fish right there. There's fish in the back. There's fish in the back. There's fish in the front. They're just moving all around that. All right, put a yes in the chat if you guys think that one looks good. Look at that big fish right there. Put a yes in the chat. Look, we have suspended fish. We got fish on the bottom. Man, look at that school of fish on the back side of it. You guys like that one right there? Let's go ahead and get a cast out there. Bam. All right, there we go. My cast hit at 75 feet. There's my cast going down, and you can see all those fish right over there in the same area where that cast went to. All right, everybody put yes in the chat. And we got some stank on it. All right, it's sitting on the bottom. Move it. Boyan said, no, wait a minute, boy. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, clarify, Boyan. What are you saying no to? He says, might be crappie schooled like that. No, those weren't. So there could be some crappie out there too. But the ones that I'm talking about, they're moving around the bottom like bass. And then there's a few of them that are suspended. Patricia said, hit him with the stanky leg. Boyan said, those are crappie. Oh, he said no to stank. Uh-oh. It's too late. We already stanked it up. The chat said they wanted some stank on it. Blast said too late. Man, now look, so you guys saw all of those fish down there. And they all said no, sir. Because one of them should have hit it by now. All right, we're going to turn and go to a different brush pile. All right, let's go to a different brush pile, guys. All right, here's another big one. All right, let's take a look. All right, here we go. Look at this one right here, guys. You see this one? We got bass swimming around in the front, the back, and the side. It's about a 75-foot cast. And let's get it right on there. Bam. All right, there's my bait going right down at 75 feet, right down into the... Gunnersville Mike said they on strike. All right, now let's see. Now if we get one, I'm gonna have to set the hook on him and then kind of leave him pinned in that brush pile and get on top of it to get him out though. Boyan said that looks juicy. It did look juicy, didn't it? Now if only the fish want to cooperate. Blaster says 92 likes didn't make the fish bite. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, I can feel it coming through that brush pile. Oh, I think, let's see, I think we might, do we have one on here? Let's slow my roll. Bass Lure says they didn't want to eat number 2 today. All right, we're a little bit close this time. Let's get back in there and try it again. All right, make it about a 60-foot cast that time. All right, there we go. If you guys can see it, there's my bait, went straight down right in the middle of those fish. Now let's see what happens. Blaster said one more again. Patricia said those fish need a watermelon sandwich. All right, now chat, you guys saw exactly what I saw on there. You saw that bait go right down in there. We got the stank on it. The cast was right on point. The fish were everywhere. And they just looking and laughing. The fish are just looking and laughing. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Man, that sure did feel like something was trying to nibble on it a little bit. Yep, so we're getting a hit, guys, but it's not taking it. Blaster said, we saw it. Your presentation was on point. Yeah. All right, we're going to do one more cast with it, guys. Let's see. Let me look and see if I can find a new school. All right, here we go. Out at 55 feet. Look at that one right there. You see those fish sitting right in between that structure? 55 feet. Let's get it right in there. Bam. And look at that cast, guys. It's perfect. Can you see the bait going right in there? Now, you see those fish? It went right in there. Bam. Now, if they don't hit that, it's definitely Frisco's fault. Boyan says, that's the wrong. He said, Boyan said, it's the wrong color and too much stank. Oh, my goodness. He said, ain't nothing going to go right on this cast. That's just terrible. Spot Snatcher said, welcome to Lanier. I wanted to make sure you guys synced it with your own eyes. And you guys definitely saw that. The cast was on point. Talk to him, Blaster. That cast was right where it needed to be. All of that adds up to Frisco's fault. Patricia says, you got to do the spot hop. Not the spot hop. Oh, man, I tried to reel it in too fast and I hit a branch. Okay, good. Didn't get hung up, though. Good deal. Let's bounce it over that branch. Bring it back down. Boyan said, did you try luring them up with top water? Yes, sir. And they came all the way to the surface? Well, they stopped right below the surface. Shout out to Black. He said, impeccable presentation. The presentation was impeccable. So, yeah, I mean, they came all the way to that top water like they were definitely about to take it. There was no doubt. And then they just turned around. So we got one fish in the boat. Did anybody hear from Whipstick? I don't know if Whipstick's gonna let us weigh one fish, guys. Whipstick said that he ain't for play no more. All right, so now I'm gonna throw a moving bait down here and just hover it right above their head and see if they'll come up and get it. All right, we're going out to 55 feet, 70 feet, guys, 70 feet. Bam. All right. Put a little oomph on it. Just letting it drop down. There we go. I put it out at 85 feet. So there's my bait right here. So I'm going to slowly bring it back towards these fish. Look at them. They're coming out from the bottom already, guys. Can you see them coming up after it? Shout out to Bryce Harper. Said, do you fish in Bassmasters? No, sir. I fish in the Battle of the Anglers. Bryce, I like that name. Listen, if you don't know about Battle of the Anglers, what you do is just search on YouTube, MoneyBass, Battle of the Anglers. And you'll see your partner on there live and in action. Make sure you search MoneyBass, Battle of the Anglers on YouTube. You will see Wagwan, my friend. Blessed said neither Whipstick and AC showed up for a moment. Well, I know AC was in there for a quick second. I saw AC in the chat. And then she was gone. Patricia, I do not know what that means. But that is not good. Shout out to Blast. He knows about Battle of the Anglers. Says it's quite the show. All right, so you guys saw. So you saw what I'm up against. Ooh. Oh, man, you guys got nobody saw that, right? I don't think anybody saw it that time. I don't think anybody saw it. Nobody saw that one. I think I got away with that crime. Wait, Spot Snatcher, wait a minute. What are you referring to, sir? There was nothing to see here. What made you put that in the chat? 450, wait a minute, not you too. Come on, 450, you didn't see what you thought you saw when you saw what you saw when you seen it. You can't just be accusing people of these type of crimes. Dottie said, saw it, heard it. No, no. You didn't hear it, did you? She said she saw it and she heard it. Missed my target. Spotsnut said a swing and a miss. Monty says, show him again. Oh, you want to see the fish? Is that what you want to see? Wait a minute, guys. Let's see something. I was seeing some suspended fish. Man, I don't know what these fish have against top water these days. Spot Snatcher says, you better check on the fish in that heat. He down there just relaxing. Down there splashing. Let's go ahead and give him some water and some recirculation. How about that? You see that right there? That's what I caught, guys. When you guys saw what you weren't supposed to see. Boyan said, hey man, it's late enough now. He said, go ahead and switch to top water. Yeah, I caught a stick fish. I did it. All right, let's see. Where can I go for some top water action? Dottie said, you caught a twig. Patricia said, those worms have seen a lot of morning dawns. All right, guys. We passed here. And then we're going to go try to see if we can get some top water bite. And then we're outie. All right, got that cast that's about 80 feet. All right, let's go ahead and slow reeling back in. Man, the fish are nice and calm. They should come up and hit it, guys. It's coming right above their heads, too. They said, no, sir. Man, I got to try it one more time. They're just set up too lovely. Oh, my goodness. Man. Whew. Now, that was a nice-sized fish came flying out of that brush pile, but still did not hit it, guys. It's just one of them days. Boyan says, go ahead and hit him in the lip with that top water bite. All right, guys, that's going to be the grand finale. Shout out to Small Water Charters. He says, we put 2 9+ pounders in the boat last week. What to do this week? Sounds like you already did it all. Spot Snatcher says they've only seen that bait about 100 times today. All right, guys. So we're gonna head to where there may be some top water action. But yeah, this lake is definitely pressured. But that's the name of the game. You gotta figure it out, right? All right. I like shaking money up. Okay, with those 2 9+ pounders, huh? All right. let's see. Top water. I know we're gonna go for the grand finale, guys. Let's make it. All right, so let me know, guys, how is the sound? How is the sound right now? Give me some feedback on the sound that we're running, guys. We're only moving about 35 miles an hour, so we're not going fast at all. All right, can you guys hear me or can you hear the wind? All right, so you guys said change to a popper. And you know, I'm glad somebody, I saw Boyan was the first one to put that in there. I'm glad you mentioned that because that is something that every time when I leave, I'm like, man, I forgot to tie that back on. So I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna put it on a spinning rod so I can get a very long cast out of it. All right, so a top water popper is what you got. That's what the order is, right? Somebody placed the order for a top water popper. Spot shot says a chug bug. All right, you guys see the different baits in here? Let's see, there's a chug bug right there. Top water popper. There's that E-pop. Here's another E-pop. So those are the two E-pops right there, guys. All right, so we'll go with the E-pop. All right, so do you guys want the green? This is number 1, and this is option 2. In the chat, go ahead and put option 1 or option 2. Which one do y'all want? Option 1 or option 2? Boyan says go with the yellow one. Okay, well, I guess since he is the one who called out the top water, we'll just go straight for the yellow. And it looks like everybody was picking that one anyways, right? 450 says that spook for the win. Oh, everybody like option number 2. Okay. All right, let's get it tied on. Let's hit him in the head with a quick polymer knot. So I'm throwing this on 8-pound line. That's what I have on this rod. 8-pound line. It's 8-pound fluorocarbon. What do you put on yours, Boyan? On my top water base like this, I normally like to throw mono on mine. But I don't feel like digging through my rod locker and getting the other rod and stuff out. So we're gonna see if we can make this work. All right. Let's do a, oh, you know, I gotta put my trolling motor down, right? All right, we're gonna do a practice cast. Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. Let's go ahead and get the angles right so y'all can see it. Can you see it splashing out there? Oh my God. Look at that. Would you look at that? All right, listen. I'm gonna show you guys something. And you see, I've shown you what I have on deck. Now that top water is not gonna work on this. What would you throw? Here we go, guys. Let me show you. That was a bait ball. You guys see that bait ball right there? But that's directly behind us. But let me show you what I'm looking at. Do you see that right there? It's sitting in about 15 to 25 feet down. There's fish all on the bottom down there. What would you throw to catch those fish down there? Can you guys see those fish down on the bottom? Uh-oh, hit the screen. Let's move it again a little bit. Did you guys see that? Let's get it back on it again. There they go. Look at them. See how they're suspended a little bit too? Boyan said a top water. I have not been able to get a fish to come up. Wow, you guys, I just want to see what you guys are going to say. Because you know what I throw when I see that? I throw a shaky head. And they're sitting about 55 feet out. So let me show you guys what I did. I threw it about 70 feet out and it fell back to about 65. And I'm gonna run this thing on the bottom. 450 said he'd throw that shaky head. Boyan said top water all day long. All right, what were you guys saying? Boyan said top water. Small water charter says slow roll a paddle tail. Yeah, that's an option. 450 said a minnow. Boyan said top water all day. Spotchner says I throw two first. Throw two what? Monty says a crankbait. Bass Lure says a Cinco on a Bubba rig. Oh, Calvin said a Texas rig. I mean, yeah, that's a good option. I mean, it'll come through all that cover. Spotchner says on the top two on the jig. All right, let's get back out there one more again, guys. And those are some nice sized fish. They looking lovely. They are looking lovely. Not a good cast. Let's do it. Let's get it right. So we do have a little bit of a breeze out here now. So what's happening is I'm having to make my cast and then stop my line from being blown with the wind because it will misdirect my my bait as it's coming through the water. So here we go, guys. So there's my bait coming right down at 60. You guys see that? Right down there at 60. There's a fish came right over to it. So if one came and looked, that means more than one is gonna look. Small water charter says, I have no clue. Deep water here is 3.5 feet. All right, so look, you guys have actually witnessed the struggle. Listen, we only need 4 more likes to hit 100 likes for the day, guys. If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. And as you guys see, all right, so you guys were saying top water. To me, the way that those fish were set up, I would have to take 2 or 3 casts to get them to start moving up off of the bottom. And then even the ones that I have had that are already suspended, I'm not able to get those fish to come all the way up to the top. All right, but we're gonna go to top water now. And we're gonna throw that E-pop. Hey guys, you see that nice scenery out there? Don't you just love it? When you're able to get out here, enjoy a nice quiet day out on the water. So lovely. But we're looking for a top water bite. All right, I see some suspended fish. I see some possible candidates. Smart Water Charter says we use Duckett Inshore Series medium heavy spin rods for us and charters. Can't beat them. All right, good deal. Those are those light blue looking rods, right? Oh, there's some fish out there right on top, guys. So we got some roaming fish out here, but let me check my drag. Gotta make sure that drag is right with 8-pound line. Shout out to the chat. I'm showing 99 likes on my end. How many likes are you guys seeing? On my end, it looks like we just need one more to hit that 100 likes mark for the evening. Okay, I see a nice and even 100. Shout out to the chat. Give yourselves a hand clap. We hit 100 likes, guys. Spot Snatcher said 100. Spot Snatcher, what you know about 100? Man, I see some fish. They're just hovering right below the surface. We're sitting out here in 32 feet of water right now. Shout out to Kelly on. Kelly 1. I like Kelly on. Is that how you pronounce that? Has a nice little ring to it. Says, I'm number 100. All right, so we got, listen guys, we need at least one more hook set. One more hook set. And that hook set's gonna be for Gunnersville Mike. Gunnersville Mike said, where is my hook set? Uh-oh, here they come. Oh, man, no. There is a massive school right below that bait. That school is humongous, and none of them took it. All right, so that's what I was talking about. Well, you guys obviously couldn't see what I saw, but let me just show you the school real quick. Do you see all of those fish right there? They followed that pop-off from all the way back here, all the way to there, and they were, it looked like less than a foot below that bait, just looking up at it, and would not commit to it. So now we're gonna throw out this slow moving. Dottie said, wow. Shout out to Dixon, said, are we fishing for bass? Yes, sir. Shout out to 450. 450 knew what was next. He said, throw that spy bait. You know I threw that spy bait, 450. Boris says, you got a swim bait, jerk bait, crank bait? I have all of those. But those fish said, we don't want that. They said, you can throw it if you want. Now these fish are following right behind this bait. Let me just show you guys the screen. Can you see all those fish on the screen? Oh, one just hit it. I just had a hit, guys. All of those fish right there following that bait. Can you guys see that? Put yes in the chat if you can see them. That is my bait right above their head. And I had one hit it. So you guys see what I'm dealing with out here? These fish said, nah, partner. We're going to make you look bad in front of everybody. We want everybody to laugh at you. All right, so that was about a good 130-foot cast right there. We got Spooky One saying, any chance I see you on Russell or Hartwell in the next 3 days? No, sir. I won't be out that way. But you will see me on Gunnersville on August 22nd. Possibly. Just waiting for confirmation on one last thing. Boris says, do you have jigs? Yes, sir. Dottie said, disrespectful. Look at Dottie. Dottie has the MoneyBass signature badge next to her name. Oh, my goodness, Dottie. You have been a subscriber, well, a member of the channel for well over a year to have that badge next to your name. When did that happen? Has it been like that for a while? Dottie said 16 months, get it right. She said, put some respect on it. Dottie is the highest paid member of the chat for Bass for Cash. Did anybody else know that? Blaster said, hey, she ain't the only one. That's right, Blaster said, look, you got me messing the name up. That's Frisco's fault. Blaster said, put some respect on it. All right, so you guys saw it. You guys saw those fish. So that's 2 baits that they would just follow. Now, what we can do is switch back to a jig again, guys. We're gonna go down there to where those fish are at. Maybe there's a largemouth in there with them. All right, look, there's my cast right at 75 feet. It went right down into that brush pile, right into that cover. Monty said, yes, sir. He said, now that's what I'm talking about. Spot Snatcher says she got her membership from winning so much. Dottie said, I like having two guesses. We got Metro PCS. Says, throw out a crankbait. Let's try this jig one more again. And then we're going to follow that up with a shaky head, guys. Let me translate what Metro PCS said. I messed him up bad with that Bomber 7 crankbait. That is the translation. .450 says jig don't work. Hit him with a drop shot or a Carolina rig. Hit him with something. Boy says, have you ever caught a 10-pounder? Not a bass. Well, not a spotted bass or a largemouth. I've caught a 10-pound striped bass, but in a 10-pound catfish. But not a bass. My biggest bass is 8 pounds, 7 ounces is my biggest bass. He said real bad. All right, Metro says, what state you in, doggy? I'm subscribing. I'm in Georgia. I'm down south in Georgia, fishing Lake Lanier, fishing for some spotted bass is what I'm looking for. All right, let me translate for the chat again what Metro PCS is saying. He says 8 pounds is big and fat. That is the translation. 8 pounds is big and fat. All right, and if anybody can take a look, we are well on our way to 20,000 subscribers, guys. We should definitely be over the 20,000 subscriber mark. Once we hit that 20,000 subscriber mark, we're gonna have to give away a t-shirt and a matching hat, because the bendation will be sensational. All right. Can somebody take a look? How many subscribers? Are you guys able to see how many subscribers I currently have? Bachelor says that lake gets hammered. Yes, sir. It sure does. So now you may understand a little better why all of those fish that I just showed you guys following my bait like that would not bite it, because they're like, nah, partner. We already saw that a whole bunch of times today. We're just gonna follow that bait, laugh at you, and make everybody in the chat think you don't know what you're doing. Bachelor said they're scared. They're like, we've seen that before. Spot Snatcher says Lanier is a different kind of animal. So Spot Snatcher, were you watching whenever I was showing everybody all the fish on the screen? While I showed you what they did when I was fishing that top water. I showed you that big school of fish that followed that top water bait, but would not hit it. We're gonna go back with this lime green worm that everybody liked. And then I showed you exactly what those fish were doing. Let's see if I got it right where it needs to be. Sure did. All right, so we got that fish right on the side of that brush pile. Let's see what happens. Bass Lure says, if we only gave them treats for biting, maybe it would be different. Yeah, the treat we give them is a hook in the mouth. All right, I'm gonna and just start off with the drop shot on them. Oh, there's a nice school of fish coming up, guys. Oh yeah, that's a real good one. All right, you guys see that right there? So we're gonna throw a nice drop shot right there in the middle of that big old brush pile with all those fishes. Oh man. And it would get hung up right when I needed to do it too. All right, let's do that one more again. Where'd they go? Oh my goodness, now isn't that lovely right there? You see that fish, and that little fishy right there? They're all hanging around this little brush pile. So I'm gonna take this here drop shot and I'm gonna cast it right in there and bam, just like that. We're gonna hit one of those fish right in the mouthpiece. Now let's see if they wanna cooperate. Blaster said, drop it like it's hot. All right, we're gonna see if we can get into a nice 60 foot cast. And we did. Well, we hit it right at 75, but it went right down where we needed to go into that brush pile. Now we're just gonna leave it there and let it. So there's a good chance we may get a fish on, guys, but it may get broke off because when those fish hit that in the brush pile, some of them are smart enough to know they have to start swimming around those branches and wrap me up. Man, Spot Snatcher, that is true. That is so true. But you and I both know how many different baits actually get those fish when it's like that. But with the way these fish are acting, it's like you just, you have to cycle through everything. Cause remember, I had that flutter spoon on here that other time, and it was the same old thing. All right, so what we're gonna do now? They didn't hit that, but remember they did hit that spot bait. And those fish, there's some suspended fish and there's some fish that are in that brush pile. So if I can draw those fish out of that brush pile, all right, so here we go, guys. Those are the fish that we're after right there. And there's my bait coming down at 90 feet. Can you guys see that? That's 90 feet. And I'm just gonna run it right across the top of those fish. Right over them too, and they wouldn't even hit it, guys. Ricky Bobby says, I'm watching while live fishing myself. Shout out to Ricky Bobby. All right. Man, I'm getting hungry, guys. I was supposed to be gone from out of here a while ago. But, you know, I had to stay. I mean, Gunnersville Mike was like, hey, partner, where's my hook set? So I had to stay. When he was mad, I had to stay out here a little bit longer. Got to show my appreciation for my peoples. Spot Snatcher says, it's 8 o'clock, man. He said, what you still doing out there? It's 8 o'clock. We're working on a hook set, Spot Snatcher. Frisco said, I told you somebody was gonna starve. Come on, Frisco. Boyan says, time to go home, bud. He said, get on up out of there. Just one more cast, fellas. Just one more cast. Don't you see the beautiful skies, the beautiful scenery? Isn't it just lovely? All I need now is for a fish to bite this hook. And bam! It's a good way to end the day. Spot Snatcher says, any longer, you're gonna break out the black spinnerbait. Don't forget to weigh the fish. I don't think Whipstick is gonna let us do bass for cash on one fish, guys. Does anybody know how to get in contact with Whipstick or the DQ Queen? All right, so what I'll do tomorrow, guys, what's tomorrow? Is tomorrow Tuesday? Tomorrow, I think I will be able to get out here a little earlier. Ricky Bobby says, thought live scope meant you go on the water and just catch fish. Boyan says, he said that one more cast never ends. But all I'm saying, just one more cast though. Did you guys agree to just one more cast or not? I'm just waiting to see. Bastor says one more cast. Yeah, I'm asking the chat. Everybody's saying it's time for me to go, but I'm just cast. Is that all right with everybody to just do one more cast? Blaster says, sure. All right, anybody else okay with just one more cast? Dottie said, of course, one more cast is fine. Okay, Boyan says, you said one more cast 8 casts ago, but those casts didn't count though. The casts don't count until everybody is in agreement that I can do one more cast. Frisco said, time for nav lights. All right, so I'm just waiting for an answer, guys. Is it okay if I take one more cast before I take off? All right, let's see. I have Blaster, Dottie. Yeah, Blaster and Dottie are the only ones that said, okay. Yeah, so I only have 2 people that said one more cast. Nobody else is okay with me taking one more cast? Does anybody agree to just one more cast? All right, let's see. Frisco said one more for the road. Okay, so Frisco said I can do one more cast. Bastard said take all the cash you want. Wow, okay. We got Honestly Dude says one more fish. Okay, one more fish. Dottie says, money, if you don't cast that... Haven't you heard the song? You got to give the people what they want. And right now I'm getting myself all tangled up. How do I get in this mess right here? Oh, and then after all of that, got tangled up in a rope. Blasted. Dottie said, remain silent and fish. Frisco said, honestly, we don't have that kind of time. All right, so let's just do a recap. Is everybody in the chat okay with one more cast before we head out for the day? Bastard says, we want more. Spasha says, you practicing for night tournament. Dottie says, Blaster, that's why I like the shirt I did. All right, shout out to Ricky Bobby. He said one more cast is okay. I appreciate that. Let's see, come on, one more again. All right, talk to me, guys. Boyan says, depends if it's top water cast or sea rig cast. Okay. Chat, what do you want the one more cast to be? What lure do you want it to be? A top water bait, a shaky head? Of the baits that you've seen me throwing today, which bait would you prefer that I take on the last cast? Any suggestions? All right, guys, we're just getting lined up to take one more cast. Bastard said, make it an urchin. Spasha says, you're the expert. Okay, so did everybody agree? Dottie said a fishing lure. All right, we're gonna count that one down. That was a good cash right there. And we're just gonna slow roll it. Dottie said a fishing lure. Frisco said wildlife and fisheries going to roll up on me. Oh no. Matt said a red worm. Bastor says an M80. Oh man, is it gotten down to that? It's M80 time. All right, guys. So before we do this one last cast, we need a consensus on the bait. Spot Snatcher says a live blueback. Oh, they still wouldn't take it. Frisco says, are you late for curfew? All right, so let's see. Michael Maldonado says, you choose. All right, guys. All right, so it looks like everybody is okay with me doing one last cast. So, you guys want me to choose. So, guess what I'm going to choose. Who in the chat can guess what I'm going to choose for the last cast? Who can guess what bait I'm going to choose for the last cast? Shout out to Bo Yin. He was like the shaky. That's right. We're going to hit him in the head with the shaky head. Ricky Bobby said he knew it. Frisco said he knew it. I wonder what made you guys think that that's what I was going to throw. How did you guess that? With so many options out there, how did you guys come to that conclusion? And so many of you. Okay, wait a minute. That cast was a little crooked. Yeah, that cast was a little off, guys. I don't think that one counts for the last cast because it has to be straight. If it kind of goes zigzaggy a little bit, 450 said because Dynamite was next. Michael says, because a shaky head takes longer to retrieve. That is true. There's a guy and his dog. How about that? Do you see him? Man, these fish were like, you can cast what you want. All right, guys, this is it. The official last cast. Do you see that nice sunset about to happen? Beautiful days out on the lake. Let's go ahead and get this last cast going on. Let's get the cast lined up. And boom, just like that. Nice and pretty. All right, there we go, guys. The official last cast. Can you believe it? All right. Who likes fishing at the end of a nice, nice, easy living day, laid back, get to kick back, relax, watch the sunset. Looks just like a picture. And it looks so good with this rod and everything right in the picture too, right? Remember, guys, make sure you go to MoneyBass.com. Check out the merch. So we have a lot of different hat selections and t-shirt selections. Shut up and fish, get the net. The bendation is sensational as always. So make sure you go and check out the merch. A nice, easy way to support the channel. Really appreciate that, guys. Want to give a big shout out to Gunnersville Mike. And another big shout out to Joe Winkler. Both of them slid in and hit me with those super chats. Really, really appreciate that. As we wind down another day, guys. Now, these fish weren't suspended or anything today, so... well, they were suspended. They just weren't, wasn't able to get those fish to commit to the baits today. And it is Frisco's fault. All right, so do we have anybody that is new to the channel? We can do a practice run for Bass for Cash since Whipstick and AC aren't in the chat to confirm, because I think what they told me, guys, that they wanted 3 fish for the day to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. But I want you guys to keep in mind, we are almost at 20,000 subscribers. Once we hit that 20,000 subscriber mark, we're going to do a nice long episode of Bass for Cash. We'll give away not only cash, but we'll give away a nice hat and t-shirt combo. And also what I will do for that day is we would just discount all of the merch. So you guys can slide right on in there and get your... If you've been taking a look at MoneyBass.com and you've seen something you've been having your eye on, you wanted to pick up, we'll go ahead and do that for you guys too. Shout out to Voodoo back in the chat. Haven't seen you in a long time, my friend. I hope all has been well. All right, so we've already done the last cast, guys. So yeah, you know, I'm just kind of easing around, enjoying the scenery. 450 says that college jacket is like that. Let's see. Shout out to Blake. He said, what? 20K subscriber fest. Yes, sir. Ricky Bobby says, don't worry. I haven't got one either. I'm racing to get one before you. Oh, you think you can catch a fish before me, Ricky Bobby? You can't say something like that. Hey, guys, you heard what just happened, right? I mean, what am I supposed to do? I can't just pack up and leave. I mean, he threatened me. Who all saw the threat? Put yes in the chat if you heard me get threatened by Ricky Bobby. So I have to defend myself. This is a self-defense cast right here, guys. I have to defend myself. Shout out to Russ Craven. He heard it. Dwayne heard it. Boyan, he heard it too. I have witnesses. I fear for my life right now, so I have to fight back. This is a defensive cast. How dare he threaten me like this? How dare he threaten me like this? So I have to make a few defensive casts, guys. I appreciate everybody's understanding on this. Voodoo heard it. Ronnie heard it. Spot Snatch said, you better stand your ground. That's right, I'm standing my ground in Georgia. Russ said, justice must be done. Blaster said, yes. He said, knock that stick off his shoulder. He sure did. You guys saw it. I'm glad I have witnesses. Ricky Bobby has come in here and threatened me. So I was supposed to be gone, guys, but I have you guys as witnesses as why I had to do these extra casts to defend myself. Wait a minute, Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby. No, that's I call foul play. Wait a minute, Ricky Bobby. Do you have a FishXLive account? We need proof. We need proof. We need proof. That does not count. That does not count. I protest. I protest. Michael Maldonado says, as in Mortal Kombat. Get over here. No, Ricky, that does not count. I protest. That's like walking up to somebody and just sucker punching them. He just threatened me and then just swung. He didn't even give me a chance. Chalk Gang said he got one. Tell him, Russ Craven, that was a cheap shot. Bastard says, we got your back money. Or your money back. All right, Chalk Gaming said he's got one. Did he weigh it? We need to know the weight on that fish. Boss that says, I've got Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby said, it's probably about a pound. All right, so we're going to have a weigh off. All right, let me know when you're weighing you. I'm about to weigh mine too. All right, guys, in the chat. Blaster, when I show you guys my fish, go ahead and open the scales up. I'm going to let you guys guess, and we're going to see who wins the showdown between me and Ricky Bobby. See, that's why I tell people I always have to keep my boat ready, because you know when somebody, you never know when somebody's gonna threaten you, right? So you guys witnessed it. You witnessed me get threatened today. So I had to have my, just think if I didn't have my boat, I wouldn't have been able to defend myself. All right, so Ricky Bobby. Texas Noob said, you still out there? All right, guys. Remember, the fish is a nice 15. So we having a showdown right now, Texas Noob. Ricky Bobby came in my chat and threatened me. All right, we got to go ahead and weigh this fish and let him go because the water is kind of hot. All right, so it's a 15-inch fish, guys. Blaster, go ahead and open the scales. You guys have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat for this one. Now remember, this is just for a practice because Whipstick said we had to have 3 fish for today. All right, guys, you see it. Blaster, go ahead and open the scales for the people and give them 2 minutes. All right, the scales are open, guys. You have 2 minutes. We having a fish off. We're going to see if Ricky Bobby beat me today. You got 2 minutes on the shot clock, guys. And then we're going to weigh this fish. Two minutes and one last cast. All right, the scales are closed, guys. Let's go ahead and weigh this fish and get him back in the water. Can you believe I got threatened on my own live stream? All right, scales are open. It is a 15-inch fish. I think this fish is gonna be about a 137, guys. I'm gonna go with a 137. All right, we're clearing it out. Did Ricky Bobby already weigh his fish? Now, for anybody that does not know, this is a practice run for Bass for Cash. Ooh, look at that, bigger than what I thought. Bam, 162. Ricky Bobby says, money, you can't take my guess. All right, Ricky Bobby. Did Ricky Bobby weigh his fish? All right, let's go ahead and let this fish go, guys. Make sure he is good to go. Do you see him? Come on, buddy. Nice and easy. All right, he's gone. All right, I had a... Shout out to Ricky Bobby. All right, so Chalk Gaming says, yes, Ricky Bobby's had a 1.14 for Ricky. Dottie says, Bass Hunter, you was dang close. Shout out to Blast. He says, no official winner. Do you see that right there? Now, everybody heard everybody was a witness to me getting threatened, right? I had to do some self-defense. That's the only reason I had to make those last casts like that. They were for self-defense. I got threatened out here on the lake. And I was scared, guys. I took the threat seriously. So we had to have a fish off. Bass hunter said, yep, he heard it. Shout out to Spot Snatcher. He looked up the law for me. He said I had to stand my ground. Man, I was scared. Ricky Bobby just came in the chat. He was like, hey, MoneyBass, he said, hey, I'll kick your bass. I was like, oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Can't we just be friends? He said, no, sir, buddy. He says, I'm the sheriff around these parts. You meet me at sundown. You guys see that? You see the sun going down over there? He said, you meet me at sundown. I said, I will. I will, and I did. Shout out to Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby says, you wait a oath. Ricky Bobby says, I protest. Ricky Bobby said, I protest. Ricky Bobby said, I protest. He said, this ain't right. Texas Nuke, what did he tell me? He said, you on private property. You on private property, buddy Bass. Lock him up. Lock him up. He's on private property. Oh, man. Just doing a little cleanup. Voodoo said, where's AC to DQ Ricky? Blaster says, chat. He said, in the future, 1.56 is the proper example. Otherwise, DQ Queen will disqualify you. Uh-oh. Blaster let somebody slide. Blaster got DQ'd on his birthday. On his birthday. Oh, man, guys, can you believe it? So you guys, let me ask you something. In the chat, I showed you guys these electronics and how we use them when we're out here. You could actually see the lure. I showed you the fish, how to track the lures and the fish together. Were you guys able to learn something today? Did anybody learn something today? Just let me know who learned something today about how to track these. I got to get in, guys, because I just found out that my electronic panel is not working. Oh, man. All right, can you guys hear me? Type yes in the chat if you can hear me okay. Like I said, I don't know if my noise cancellation is working like it was before. But type yes in the chat if you can hear me clear enough. All right, shout out to Voodoo. Really appreciate that. All right, Spot Snatcher said he learned to stay on the north end. Ricky Bobby said, I still caught one before you. Clear all this stuff off my screen. Bam, and there we go. All right, guys, another good day out here on the lake. Had a good time. Make sure you guys go and check out FishXLive.com. I forgot to log that fish in FishXLive.com, but you can go there and register for an account for free. All right, guys. And if you want to watch some of those Battle of the Anglers episodes, just click, once you go to FishXLive.com, just click Watch Live, and then that will take you directly to the tournaments page. And all you have to do from there is just search Battle of the Anglers, and all episodes will come up right there in FishXLive, so you can watch those. All right, anybody's interested in your organization having any live tournaments or competition where you see us having those on FishXLive, just reach out to me, or you can just send a message to info at fishxlive.com, or you can contact me at MoneyBass404 at gmail.com. The other thing, we will be having another big bass battle coming up in August. If you want to participate in that, make sure you email me at MoneyBass404 at gmail.com. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Oh yeah, and don't forget, check the merch out at moneybass.com. I will see you guys on the next live stream.